Okay, this is the first of a few weeks of spreadsheets. Today we're going to be focusing on sorting the range and selecting ranges very quickly. So I've just put together a made-up list of people and scores. Okay, so you can see that the names are not in any kind of order, and neither are the scores at the moment. So the first thing I want to show you is the power of the Shift button, because you can select things by kind of pressing and dragging, but sometimes you might want to use just the kind of keyboard keys to be able to do that. So if I hold Shift and I start pressing up, I can kind of press one at a time, okay, like that. But if I also hold the Control key, so Shift and Control, and then I press up, it will straight away select all of that column from where I started here to the very top. So if I start at the top, Shift, Control, and now press down, it will go down to the last result in that. If I press down again, just need to be careful because that will take us right the way down to row number 1000, the very bottom of our spreadsheet. Okay, but if I end up somewhere, so if I end up down here, I can hold Control and press up, and it takes me back to where there is data, where there is information. Now what's good for this, if I want to select things really quickly, I can press Shift and Control and press up, and then for example press left and it will select everything. If I start here, Shift, Control, I can press right and then down and it'll select everything. If we go from this one, Shift, Control, up and left, it selects everything. Sorry, that was right, up and right. If I press right again, it takes me right the way to the very last column. Okay, but if I press left one more time, it goes back to just select the information I want. So now I've selected the information, how can we sort it? So if I go to data, we have got some different options here. The difference between sort sheet and sort range will just sort what we have highlighted. If you say sort the sheet, it will sort everything by that column. So let me show you the difference. If we do, so let's pick out all of this and then go to data and sort sheet by column A to Z. So now it's done everything, including the arithmetic scores drop down to the bottom, okay, which I don't really want. So I can do the undo button, take it back to where it was, and instead, what I'm going to do now is start here, Control, Shift, highlight them all, data. Now instead of sort sheet, the same thing will happen. I'm going to sort range by column A. So press that, and it's now sorted my names A to Z or A to S, and then arithmetic score, the heading has still stayed the same. Okay. Now if I wanted to change so that I could sort by score, I can highlight this whole thing here. So I started there on the names, Control Shift down and right one, and I can go to data, and I can sort range, and I can go to advanced range sorting options. Now instead of column A, I can change it to column B. And if I press sort, it's now gone from the lowest score to the highest score, and the names obviously followed where their score was. Okay, you need to be careful in this because if I just highlighted that one, and then I pressed data, sort range, now it's saying sort range by column B, well, that's the column that I'm on, so I do want to sort like that, A to Z. Let's change it to Z to A, but watch carefully with the names because Stephen Johnson should have 20. If I do sort that now, it's now moved his score. Okay, so you need to make sure that all of the correct columns, the rows and columns, are selected. Okay, so they will move with the numbers or move with what you are sorting. So let's just undo that to get back to normal. Another good thing to know is that if I do there, so I started on the name and I've highlighted all. If I go to my data and sort range, it's sorted by column A. But now what happens if I start here instead of there? So I'm starting at this column now, highlight down, highlight to the left, then I go to data and sort. It's now saying column B. That's because I started by highlighting that specific column. Okay, so column B if I'd started highlighting there, column A if I start highlighting on column A. Okay. One last thing I want to show you, if I do highlight the full thing and I go to my data and then I go to sort range and advanced, I can still set it so that arithmetic score doesn't move. If I say the data has a header row, which is that top row, it then says, well, row number 1, I am not going to move. I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to sort by, let's sort by name again, and let's sort this time from Z to A. So our S names are going to be at the top, Anna will be at the bottom. Let's press sort. Arithmetic score has stayed where it was, and then the names are now sorted from S down to A. Okay, and that is how we sort on Google Sheets. It works the same on Excel, okay, but I would recommend using Google Sheets instead of Excel because you've got sharing capabilities. You can share this with other people so they can access and see results as well. Okay, that's our first session. Next week we are going to focus on the power of calculations, how you can set calculations to create total scores.